Hey, good morning and happy Monday. I'm excited because tonight you will have the chance to tune in to WLTZ and watch the Titan games. And we are speaking with a Georgia native that is a competitor. Her name is Haley Johnson. She's currently stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia, serving in our great country in the Army. Thank you so much for your service. First, I would like to say, Haley, and good morning.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much. It really is my pleasure, and it's a pleasure to be here as well.
Thank you so much. And you know what? I was thinking about this all night last night, just trying to think about what questions would I ask about the Titan games because I'm just so intrigued and just so infatuated with the mental and the physical aspect of those things. How do you feel as a competitor on the show?
So I feel like the show definitely tested everything that you just spoke about. It had a very large mental component just as much as it did a physical component. And I just feel honestly honored that I was hand selected and picked to be one of the few in the nation that got to compete on the show.
So you had to go up against about how many people, if you could say roughly?
So I know that they said that there were thousands of applications initially, and then only 60 competitors got invited to the combine, which was basically like an in-person tryout of your physical skills. And then from that, they actually cut that number in half.
Oh,
So I think
wow.
it ended up around 30 to 32 competitors, including some alternates.
Wow, that's amazing. So, if I can ask you, so far, what has been one of your most difficult obstacles?
I would say just feeling out TV, I think is the hardest thing because I know most of us are just competitive athletes and so we're not used to the show business side of it. So I think that was the most challenging for most of us.
That's very interesting that you say that. I could totally see that. But I guess I'm thinking if you get into your zone and compete, maybe you'll forget about the cameras and that aspect, or does that create more pressure that you're being seen at one of your, I guess, weak or strongest moments? Would you say that makes sense, or how does that work?
Yes, I would say that having the cameras there initially does kind of put more pressure on you, but once the competition does start, I think we're all competitors, we're all athletes, and you kind of get into the mindset and you forget that you're even doing it for a TV show and you're just in the mindset of wanting to win.
Well, Haley, how did you train for this? Like, how did you get yourself together physically and mentally? I'm sure that you've been training majority of your life, so you just didn't just start at intense training. But how did you prepare?
So as soon as I got reached out to by one of the producers, I actually looked at some of the footage from the first season and saw some of the movements they were doing, and those aren't things that I typically do. I strict weight lift typically, and then I realized I really needed to add some functional training, so I started doing a lot of like CrossFit type movements to prepare myself for the combine.
Well, that's absolutely amazing. We're going to be tuning in. Guys, don't forget right here on WLTZ NBC 38, the Titan Games at 8 p.m. Check it out. Anything else you'd like to add before you go, Haley?
No, I'm just thankful for the opportunity, and I'm thankful to represent Georgia, and yeah, I'm excited to watch it first time for myself as well.
Where can we follow you, Haley?
So you can follow me on Facebook under Haley Johnson, or you can follow me on Instagram at Haley Baby Cakes, all one word.
Well, it's absolutely a pleasure to speak with you. We'll be tuning in. Thank you so much for taking the time to wake up so early with us, Haley. And you have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. You too.
Two women